And both of those, from the moment we gathered in January, there was a commitment to rolling back those two measures. As it stands today, Proposition A, which is the minimum wage increase, which also allows for the ability to earn paid sick time off, that has already moved through. Now, the governor hasn't signed any of these bills, really. Nothing's been signed yet. But I would anticipate he's going to sign this one. It does provide for the $15 minimum wage increase to go in play on January 1st, 2026, but it will remove any possibility of earning paid sick time. Amendment 3, and by the way, back on Prop A, almost 58% of votes went to that. I think it was 57.4 or 6. I'm looking at Marcia to see. So this had huge support, and yet it has already, in a 4-month period, despite all the door knocking, canvassing, community education, money raised to run a campaign, the effort to get it on the ballot, it's been immediately basically gutted. So Amendment 3, this one is very, I'm not surprised. Amendment 3 was the constitutional amendment that was to overturn the ban on women's rights to seek abortion services in safe, regulated hospitals and clinics. But HJR 73, which is the bill that passed, and it passed in the Senate and created a lot of chaos because it happened with a PQ, which is calling the previous question. So forcing a hard stop to debate and not allowing any more debate, just calling for a vote. The HJR 73 will allow for abortion in the case of rape, incest, and danger to the mother, but only up to 12 weeks. If anybody was listening to Steve Kraske and heard Speaker John Patterson, Speaker of the House, a week ago, one of the things he said in that interview, which I found very disturbing, well, 2 things, maybe more than 2 things, but I'll make it on 2. One is that, he's a physician, he's married to a physician, and he said 12 weeks is actually not enough time. Now his whole side of the aisle voted for this. He said 12 weeks is not enough time because a lot of women may not even know that they're pregnant and there hasn't been enough development of that fetus to determine what the situation is with that. But so, yet he allowed all these bills to go forward. Remember, the Speaker of the House determines what bills get filed and what bills get seen. The second thing that was very disturbing for me, and I'm gonna share this with everybody wherever I go in town, because he said, we will probably vote on this in 2026. That's when the governor will put it back on the ballot. And he said, Missourians should expect we will vote on it in 26, 28, and 30. In other words, no vote that doesn't overturn it is going to be good enough. So I want everybody to be aware, this was stated in a 25-minute interview on Up to Date. I want you to just think about what that means. Now, we are not re-voting his election, and we are not re-voting Governor Kehoe's election, but he's laying the groundwork that we're going to keep doing this. So I want you to hear that. I do want to tell you very quickly about some bills that I really strongly supported that are good. Good stuff does come out, like Melissa said. Great stuff can come out of this wild process. Extension of telehealth services. This was a bill I was able to file and was able to introduce and support in committee. And it was originally filed by Senator Pattie Lewis. And it allows medical providers and mental health professionals to use audio and audio visual to deliver health visits. This will be valuable here in our metro, but it'll be particularly valuable in rural areas where there are huge health professional shortage areas. This bill had really no opposition the entire way through, and by some miracle, it made it through. I think it'll get signed.